If you're anything like me, you started this whole self-improvement thing because you wanted bigger muscles and you wanted to get laid. Like, let's be honest here. But over time, I realized that the whole space, the whole self-improvement space, and a lot of the red pill and manosphere stuff is really unhelpful. And frankly, I ended up going down this whole self-improvement spiral, and I ended up trapped and just frustrated. And I know I'm not alone. I know there are a lot of young men who are trying to be the best versions of themselves and increase their sexual market value, trying to provide value for others and really follow their purpose, but they're also trapped and they're also frustrated, and a lot of the content that's out there around self-improvement just doesn't resonate with them. You have the multitude of opinions that you don't know which one to follow. You have the generic advice, which doesn't actually help you because it's not personalized to you. You have just the information overload of all of the self-improvement content out there, a lot of which is bullshit. You have comparison, which just makes you feel worse about yourself, makes you unmotivated, decreases your mental health, and overall prevents you from unlocking your fullest potential. Okay, so here's the big question, right? Is how do you fix it? How did I get out of this self-improvement spiral? How did I get out of the rut? Well, the answer is simple. You just need to reset the noise. How do you reset the noise, Remy? Well, here are 3 actionable tools that you can use to reset the noise, get out of the self-improvement spiral, and actually start improving yourself, rather than just spending hours of time on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok watching self-improvement content and not acting on it. So the first thing you need to do is you need to do a life audit. Now, a life audit is simply breaking down the various aspects of your life. And I want you to do this right now. I want you to get out a piece of paper, a Google Doc, something you can write on. And I want you to break down the various aspects of your life: relationships, physical health, mental health, work, school. Now, once you have these sectionalized domains of your life, I want you to rate each domain on a scale of 1 to 10 based on your satisfaction with that area of your life right now. Pause the video, take time to do this. Should not take a lot of time, and it can actually give you a lot of insight into your current situation. Once you have done that, I want you to pick 2 areas of your life, either the lowest rated or any areas of your life that you really want to improve right now. And then here's the big one. Here's the biggest step in all of this entire life audit. You need to create a systemized plan of action to improve those areas. This means creating a structure of habits and activities that you can implement into your lifestyle to become the person that would have a higher life satisfaction in those areas. And this is the key distinction between what most people will tell you and what it takes to actually unlock your fullest potential. You need to become the person who has an 8 out of 10 fitness. You need to become the person who has an 8 out of 10 relationships. You can't just set a single goal, like I want to lose this amount of weight, because you're implicitly saying that once you reach that goal, you no longer have to keep up the habits and activities that you were doing to get to that point. This is all wrong. And this is why a bunch of people who lose a ton of weight bounce right back. It's because they do not integrate these habits and activities and mindset into their identity. Therefore, you must integrate the habits and activities that a fit person would do into your schedule. And here's the other key, is it needs to be sustainable, right? You can't kill yourself, wake up at 5 a.m., go on 20-mile runs every day, and then expect to be okay. It needs to be sustainable. You need to pick something that you can do for the long term, because remember, you're integrating this into your identity. This is the new you. I personally wanted to work on my mental health. When I did this life audit, I found that my mental health was a 3 out of 10. I was down in the deeps, right? Felt like shit about myself. I had low self-esteem. I was lonely. I was isolated. And so what did I do? I started researching how to improve your mental health, right? I started journaling, I started meditating, I started reaching out to friends, and I started just embodying the identity of someone who has good mental health. And another benefit of the life audit is simply because you can see everything in one place, right? It reduces the uncertainty, it reduces the chaos in your head, where you want to do everything, you want to improve every area, but in reality, you just don't have the energy and you don't have the time. Well, if you do this life audit and you prioritize 2 areas of your life, you will be able to make progress in those areas much faster and then move on to the next 2 areas of your life after you have reached your goal rating in that area. It gives you an actionable framework for self-improvement rather than, random tidbits of advice that come here and there. The second actionable step that you can do is you need to cut the noise. The first step in doing this is you have to reduce your screen time, man. Like, I went from 8 hours to 2 hours a day. My mental health, my well-being, my productivity, my fitness, everything skyrocketed. Well, how can you do this? Personally, I use an app blocker called Screen Zen, right? Where you can set time limits for each day. You can set barriers to open apps etc. Another way to reduce your screen time and make this an easier process is to actually time block your day. So start to implement a schedule, because if you have a schedule, you are less likely to sort of use the excuse that you can just scroll on your phone for several hours because you don't know what to do. And then the third thing that's incredibly important is you need to set goals. Once you have developed a system in the area of life that you want to improve, you need to have goals or milestones so that you can track your progress in that area. This will guide you, and it'll also keep you focused so that you're not all scatterbrained like I was when I was in the self-improvement spiral. The last actionable step that you can do to reset the noise and actually improve yourself is practice mindfulness. Researchers have found that mindfulness is effective at decreasing stress, anxiety, and depression. So what can you do in this area? I think all you really need to do is meditate for like 10 minutes a day. And now you can get an app for this, Headspace, Calm, or Insight Timer. Pick a time of the day that you're going to meditate every day and stick to it. Now look guys, I gave you a lot of actionable items that you can implement so that you can cut the noise, you can cut the bullshit, get out of the self-improvement spiral where you're just mentally masturbating all day and actually unlock your fullest potential, actually achieve your goals. In reality, you're probably not going to do it all. But all that I ask is you pick one action item from this video and you do it. Right now, I'm hoping that you did it earlier when I told you to do the life audit. Pick one thing, right? And do it. Stop promising yourself that you're going to change, that you're going to get better, and never executing, never doing the actions that are actually going to get you there. Thank you for watching this video. Peace out.